Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a girl talk video, and while I should probably be studying for my finals right now, I'm filming this instead because I just need a study break. Anyway, this video is going to be me basically answering all your questions that have to do with what us girls go through, and this is not gender exclusive at all. If you identify as a girl, if you go through the struggles that girls do too, then you're totally, of course, you can watch this video. My channel is always all-inclusive. I did post on my Instagram story a couple weeks ago asking you guys to ask any questions about like what us girls go through for me to talk about, because I am very comfortable talking about these things. I'm 15, I'm gonna be 16 in January, so I have been like a preteen, not preteen, I've been a teen girl for a little while now, so I really hope I can help you guys out with this. Just stuff that, you know, you start to go through as you become a pre-teenager, like tween, pre-teenager, and then later into becoming a teenager. I'm very sorry if you can see my bad skin and just how generally tired I look. Sophomore year is draining me, and final season is no joke, so excuse my appearance in this video. And also feel free to leave any other questions that you don't think I get to in this video down below, and I will respond with my advice. But I'm going to just start answering these questions because I am kind of on a time crunch here, but I really wanted to film this video. So here we go. I got a few questions on how old I was when I got my first bra, what age you should start wearing a bra, and just bra stuff in general. So here we go. I'm gonna give you my advice on bras, basically. So I was the kind of person who was really excited to like grow up and like, you know, get my first bra, go bra shopping. So I got a bra way earlier than I needed to. I got like, you know, the training bras that don't do anything in like 4th or 5th grade, you know, before there was even anything to hold up. And then I got my first like cup bra. Okay, so there's like training bras, sports bras, and then like cup bras. The training bras are the ones that, you know, are just kind of flat. They don't have any like dimension. The sports bras are the ones that they don't have the cups or certain straps that are like adjustable. It's more like sizes, and they can like help you when you have sports and you're like running around. And then the cup bras are the really official kinds that I consider like the real like first bra. So I probably got one of those 7th or 8th grade, but I like had bras throughout middle school. They just weren't like the real thing until like a couple years ago. But for my little guide to bras, I think that you should be able to get a bra whenever you want to, if you need it and you feel like you need it to feel comfortable. The biggest thing about bras is that they have to fit properly, and they have to be made of the right material, and just make sure they fit right, because you don't want to be 9 or 10 years old wearing a bra that's just like constricting you for no reason. It's just very important to not get a bra that is too tight. Also, obviously it defeats the whole purpose if it's too loose, but you want to make sure that it's close to being 100% cotton, because that is what is best for your skin. And make sure it is loose enough without being like super loose and like no support. Like make sure it has support, but make sure it's not like really tight and constricting you, because that is bad for your health. I would say for like bra shopping, I went with my mom and like my aunt, because I also live with her. Whoever you feel comfortable going with. If you want to know, like, you know, how to ask your mom if you want to go bra shopping or something like that, try leaving a note if you don't feel comfortable doing it in person, or like do it in the car or something. Just say, hey, could we go shopping this week? And maybe go shopping with her, or like a friend or someone, or like an older sister, or just someone like that who you trust, who you can like go shopping with, and then kind of just go to the bra section, you know what I mean? It'll be a bigger deal if you make it a big deal, and it's something every girl goes through. But anyway, just get a bra when you feel like you need one for comfort, or just to feel like less embarrassed. But also, if you don't feel ready to get one, that's totally okay too. And that's just my little insight on bras and that whole thing. Oh, one more thing. I mean, as you get older, you can like, you know, make your own decisions, but like right now, I would advise you to not get a bra with like an underwire. You can feel it. It's like really hard. It's bad for you. It digs into your skin. Very uncomfortable. And also for like a first bra, I just would not recommend it. Get like a cup bra that's kind of like a t-shirt bra, and then it'll be more comfortable, but also give you support. I got some questions on tampons, if I've started using them yet, what a good age to use them is. I got my first period when I was 13, and now I'm almost 16, and I've never used a tampon. There's no rush to. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. If you need to because you play a sport, totally feel comfortable to try it. The only reason why I would recommend waiting, or you don't have to wait, the only reason I would recommend being careful about it is because when you start wearing tampons, it comes with like a lot of responsibility, because you have to remember to change it enough or you could get an infection. So a good age to start wearing tampons is when you feel like you are mature and responsible enough to take them out on time and to like manage that, and also like where you feel actually comfortable putting it in. I would recommend getting help from a friend, older sister, mom, someone like that, or of course my channel's always here and I will answer as much as I can. I think there are also like guides online on how to use tampons. Just make sure that you're ready, and if you do feel comfortable talking to someone about it, that would be advisable. But also if you're not, pads are totally fine, or you could try like a menstrual cup. How to deal with toxic friends. don't. Cut them off, find new people. I know it's easier said than done, but just don't consider them like your friends. Find new people, because people who drain you and make you think if they're toxic to you, just don't deal with them. Just find new people and gradually let them go. You know what I mean? Kind of like replace them with new, better, healthier people in your life. How to deal with periods at school. Okay, top 3. Drink a lot of water, wear overnight pads, go easy on yourself. And I really stress the overnight pads thing because otherwise I would have a How do you manage stress with school, sports, and everything? How do you deal with time management? I got so many questions on time management and school and stress. I know this isn't really like girl talk. I mean, it kind of is though. Because as you do get older, you're expected of a lot. And you're going through all this at the same time as school and sports and everything. I would say balance, balance, balance. Make time for yourself, make time for your friends, make time for fun. Also make time for school. Get good at time managing. Make like a daily schedule. Write down everything you do in a day and see like what can be crossed off. Like, oh, I spent 5 hours on TikTok. That's probably not productive. I could take a nice relaxing bath for an hour instead and then study so I feel better about not procrastinating. There's just stuff that you can do to make yourself less stressed that can also be fun for you. You know what I mean? You just kind of need to analyze your own schedule and then work with that. Is getting a transvaginal ultrasound scary? So if you did not know what this is, it's basically an ultrasound. I'll insert a picture here that quite literally goes up there. I once had to get one because I was having really painful irregular periods and my doctor just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And what I will say, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, is it's scary if you make it scary. And what I mean by that is you need to relax for it to not be painful and you need to relax for it to not be scary. But even still, it will still probably be scary to you. Just relax as much as you can. It is a good way of your doctor seeing if something's wrong. If your doctor thinks that they should do it, then try to relax and let them do it because they are a medical professional and they do know what's best. I got a couple questions asking like what to do when you're insecure, like without therapy, what the best way is to improve self-confidence and self-esteem is. Guys, the past little while, I've been going through it in terms of body image, insecurity, self-esteem, especially since back to school has started and my summer glow is going away and I feel like I'm expanding because of all the holiday chocolate I've been eating. So I've been really going through it. So I wish I had really good advice to offer you, but my best advice is that 1, you're not alone because everyone is insecure. Even if you don't think so, even if you look at someone and think, wow, they're gorgeous, they are still insecure, and people probably look at you and think the exact same thing. 2, every time you look in the mirror and criticize yourself, stop yourself and say, okay, what's one thing I like about myself? Promote positive thinking because when you tell your brain something, it believes it's true. Like when you're studying, for example, and you say the French Revolution was in 1789. You tell your brain that and you didn't live through it, but your brain then thinks, yeah, it started in 1789. So if you constantly tell yourself, I'm ugly, I'm never gonna feel secure or confident in myself, that's what your brain will think. You need to almost trick your mind into thinking that you are so confident and just fake it till you make it basically, and that will help your mindset. Also remind yourself that you are a beautiful person who is worthy of love and food and friends and happiness and nothing less. I got a few questions asking how do I get someone to like me back, stuff like that. I would say be your, okay. I would probably say that the best way to get someone to like you is to not be fake, let your real personality show through, be a kind person, and if they don't like you after you're yourself and you're kind to them, then they can find someone else and you can find someone who loves you. What age should girls get their first boyfriend? Okay, I've never had my first boyfriend. I'm almost 16. It's different. Everyone's family is different. Everyone's school is different. Everyone's family friend situation is different and everyone has a different maturity level. It honestly depends on like what does having a boyfriend mean to you, because I know people have like, you know, middle school boyfriends and then like high school boyfriends and whatever. Talk to your friends, see what they're doing. If you feel comfortable talking to your parents about it, totally, yeah. If it's gonna be a completely innocent relationship and you know what I mean by that, then sure, go for it and do whatever you feel comfortable with. And if it's something you want to do and if it's something that your parents are okay with. If you're in high school and like, you know, getting older, you know, 16, 17, 18, make sure you have people to talk to before doing anything that, you know, is kind of mature. Make sure you're ready. And I would say first boyfriend, it's just like, what does that mean to you? Figure out what that means to you and then see if you're mature enough for that. I'm starting to feel a bit left out because I didn't have my first kiss yet. I'm 15. Any tips? Yes, I definitely have all the tips. Your first kiss, there's no deadline or time limit for it. You can have your first kiss whenever. It's just society pressuring you to think,
oh, I should have had my first kiss in middle school.
No, you want your first kiss to be a good experience, so let it happen naturally. Don't force it, because it's better to not rush into it and have it be an awful experience than to, you know, have a really like meaningful first kiss when you're 17 or something like that, you know? Like, don't rush it. Make sure you prioritize the experience over like the age or like the time you do it. Just remind yourself of that. Like, just because someone's had their first kiss before you doesn't mean it was like a good kiss. You know what I mean? What are some things you do for self-care? Journaling, taking hot showers, washing my face, baking, going outside, getting fresh air. What should you do if your best friend doesn't like your boyfriend but she has no reason to? Try to figure out the reason why. Ask why. It could be a jealousy problem. It could be there's actually something about him that she's concerned about and that's why she doesn't want you to be with him. So communicate and then maybe even address it with your boyfriend if you feel comfortable with that. It depends on how much you trust your best friend, but I would trust your best friend's judgment if you have a close relationship and you think she's being honest with you. What's the hardest thing about being a girl in your opinion? Guys thinking that they have it harder. Tips for dealing with peer pressure. You need to have a strong sense of yourself and who you are and leave other people out of that. So let's say someone's pressuring you to try drugs. Okay, this is the most extreme example. Think of the consequences. Think of how this one little moment is going to lead to so much bad stuff. I mean, peer pressure, if it's like good, like, okay, we should all form a study group, obviously go with that. But if it's something that's gonna damage your health or mental health or well-being, just don't do it. Just be firm and like stand your ground and talk to people about how to manage it. What does cheating in a relationship look like to you? This is subjective and it means different things to different people, but I would say if you think behavior is cheating, go with your gut because it's probably not maybe cheating, but it's kind of that behavior, you know what I mean? Advice for breakups. I've never been through a breakup, but I have seen on TikTok how hard it is, and I do know people my age who have gone through breakups. Taking care of yourself during that time is the most important thing, and letting yourself feel, because I have had my heart broken. I've never had like a breakup, but I have had my heart broken before. You need to let yourself feel. You need to just get it out of your system so that it's not just dwelling in there, and then you need to distract yourself and do things that make you happy and get back on your feet. How can I tell if I have a crush or not? You'll know. Do you have any advice for making friends if you're really shy? Get involved in school. If you join stuff like, I don't know, if your school has book club or like a certain sport that you play, join it, and there will be other kids on the team who share the same interests and you'll all bond through that, and it's just a very easy way of making friends. What is your best advice for how to talk to your crush when you have never talked to them before? Pretend they are someone that you have known forever. Be yourself. Or actually no, my advice is to dissociate and pretend that it's not happening, because otherwise you will get so nervous and not be able to. I got some questions on how to deal with your period when swimming, like when you're out or like not home or something. I have made some videos on this. I'll link one here and like link some down below. My advice is you have to be prepared. You have to bring like stuff like wipes and those Tide stain remover pens and tons of pads, and just preparation is key. So if you know you're going somewhere risky, be prepared. How do you deal with mood swings? I would recommend journaling, having someone who you can trust and who would support you no matter what, and talk it out with them, and do stuff like, you know, taking care of your body and like taking a nice shower, getting some exercise. That could really help get your mood swings out. Have you ever felt like you just wanted to cry all the time? I want to cry every day because of school and just other stuff going on in my life. So it's normal as you go through puberty, as you become an older girl, a teenager, whatever, it's normal to have mood swings. Obviously not to like such an extreme point. Mental health resources will be linked down below, but it's normal as long as it's not interfering with your life. Just kind of ride out the mood swings and let yourself know that feeling this way will not last forever, and you will grow out of this emotional stage that you go through when you are becoming a teenager or being a teenager. I have a really bad crush on a guy. Should I tell him? I'm just gonna say one thing right now. It is so much better to regret things that you did than to regret things that you didn't do. It will eat you alive if you didn't do it. How does being in a relationship affect your mental health? Based on kind of my own observations as someone who's never been in a relationship, but it affects your mental health in the sense that you can lose kind of a sense of who you are, because like you're putting so much energy into someone else, so you need to remind yourself to put energy into yourself. How do you deal with acne, pimples, and stuff like that? Oh god, it's been such a long journey of dealing with it. You might not be able to think my skin is bad on the camera, but it's the camera that makes my skin look better. I would recommend experimenting with tons of different face washes, face masks, everything. I will link some of my products that I use that have helped me down below. Try seeing your doctor, asking them advice, because everyone's face and skin is different, so what works for me might not work for you, and just trial and error. Try stuff over and over again until something works. Boy advice, more about how to get over him when you weren't even together. I'll get back to you on that when I do that. Do you ever feel like people judge the way you look? It's really hard for me. Every time I walk down the hall at school, I think someone's thinking I'm the ugliest person ever because I probably have body dysmorphia. Yes, I go through it. Everybody pretty much goes through it and has issues with this, so you're not alone. And just remind yourself, everyone is so focused on themselves. They do not care about what you look like. No offense. I haven't gotten my first period yet and I'm 13 and worried. 13's fine. I would say by the time you're around 15, 16, if you haven't gotten it, ask your doctor or someone that you trust about if that's normal or not. When should you use panty liners? Whenever you feel like you should. When your period's like super light, like spotting or like discharge if you really want to. How do you know if your crush likes you back? It's so hard, like it's giving me mixed feelings. I don't have good advice on this, but I would just say go with your gut. Always go with your gut, because your gut knows a lot more than you give it credit for. Advice about how to rebuild a relationship with friends that you've argued with. You need to just ease back into it and kind of reconnect over what made you friends, and just have open communication. Like talk about what you argued about, get over it, so then you can like have a better friendship. It's always scary to do stuff like that at first, but I promise you after you you do it, you feel so much better. Like, just please trust me. I have a crush and I don't know what to do. Don't let it take over your life, but it's a part of becoming a girl and becoming like older, so enjoy the experience. How do you know that you're over a guy? I would say that if you're questioning whether or not you're over him, you're probably not over him. Okay, last question I'm going to answer is, has being a female gotten in the way of your life? If so, how? As I've gotten older, now that I'm almost 16, I'm realizing just how unfair a girl's life is, like if you're female. So pretty much in every way possible. Just hormones, being a female, being a girl, it's just so hard. But my biggest piece of advice for like getting through just this whole stage is that you need to realize how normal it is, and you need to realize that these are just funny experiences that you will tell your own kids about, or like people you meet in the future about. And as my mom's told me and as I've heard, things get so much better when you get out of the awkward phases. But of course, enjoy your youth, because these awkward times are going to look like happy nostalgic memories to you in the future. Hey guys, Future Ruby here. I was just looking through the questions again because I just imported all the clips that I was filming, and I really liked this question, but I kind of skipped over it. What's your favorite quality in a friend? Just because I think it's important, because some people just don't know who to be friends with. I would say that my favorite quality in a friend is someone who will be there for you and support you and always just, you know, be there for you no matter what, but someone who at the same time as that will give you the advice you need to hear, and just like a kind, honest person. And trust is the hugest thing in a friendship. So actually my favorite quality in a friend is being able to trust them, and that is why I am best friends with my best friend. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really hope that this video helped you out and felt like, you know, a big sister talking to you. I'm hoping. This was such a nice break from studying for my final exams, honestly. I just love giving you guys advice. I love helping you guys out. If there's anything in this video I did not cover or anything else that you're wondering about, just let me know down below. Comment any more questions and I will respond in the comments, because I always make sure to try to reply to all of my comments. I just really hope that this video helped you out in some way, because I don't know, I mean, I've grown up with my mom who's helped me and taught me a lot of this stuff because we're very close, and I also live with my aunt who's actually my mom's best friend. Long story, but I've had like a lot of, you know, women in my life who have helped me and kind of guided me to like know what to do, but I know that not everyone has that, and even if you do have that, you might not feel comfortable talking to those people. So I really hope that if you don't, or like, you know, you're in that kind of situation, that I could be here for you through this video. As always, if you have any other video suggestions that are like this video, then totally let me know down below. I love hearing your ideas. Before you leave, please like this video, and if you made it to the end of this video, comment down below, being a girl is awesome, because being negative about being a girl is not going to make girl struggles any easier. So look at the positive side of things, because being a girl really is awesome in a lot of ways if you think about it. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channel for tons more videos like these. I do very specific, like tons of period videos. I have a huge period playlist, and I just have a bunch of other videos where I talk about like, you know, other girl issues, and you'll see if you go down below in the description, and I'll put like one up here just on like all the kinds of things that we go through as girls, or just like as teenagers, or like around this kind of age. I feel totally comfortable talking about this kind of stuff on here to you guys and helping you guys out. So if you are interested in content like that, then definitely make sure to subscribe. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I love you guys. Bye.